Hi, it's Sue here. Welcome to the October edition of Inspired Messages. And Another month went really quick. I don't know about you, but the weeks just seem to zoom, don't they? And it's a beautiful day today. It's the first day of October. And as usual, there are a lot of things going on in the world and in the heavens. And as above, so below. So this month we have a solar and lunar eclipse. Eclipses are known for endings and new beginnings, and actually, with those, with eyes to see, we can see, there's lots of changes and big changes are on the horizon. And as we have the eclipses this month, we may look back in the future on this month as a crucial time, but hold that thought. The planets are speaking to us, indicating that the collective and individual consciousness is evolving, and we're all feeling restless and uncertain about the future, which is part of the process, that we're moving through. And we just had the full moon in Aries, and I don't know about you, but goodness me, I felt quite aggressive. I felt, you know, I I've, I kind of feel like I hate injustice actually, and I feel there's so much injustice going on. So I think that full moon played into that for me, definitely. So and obviously we're still feeling the effects of that because it was only a couple of days ago. So you know, moon phases last 2 to 3 days. So really, that's still, as I say, affecting us. So, over the next 4 months, we're going to have Saturn and Uranus and Neptune and Pluto all going direct again because they've all been retrograde. So, this is likely to bring more dramatic events. Um, maybe if it's affecting your chart, it could be in your own life, but certainly I think on the world stage. Mars will go into Scorpio on the 12th of October. And this is a really strong energy which can make us determined to stay together and on track. And if you think about Mars was the god of war, and Scorpio is a very tenacious sign, and Mars is the old ruler of Scorpio, so it's very happy there. But it's also very very strong. Will not be moved. Mars in Scorpio is going to search for secrets that have been buried for a long time, and these revelations may shock us all. We have to wait and see on that. We think, we know a lot, but I think there's a lot that we actually don't know. Mars will actually trine Saturn, which hopefully keeps us, able to face our responsibilities and stay centered, which is important. And this is a trine, so it's kind of natural. And we still have the Pluto square the North Node, which is about our destiny. This is a long playing transit. It is about our destiny. It is about where we're headed. Pluto is this planet of transformation, and the North Node is the direction that we should be traveling in. So I do feel that it's all part of the plan and it's all part of our evolution. But it's like giving birth, which those of you who have done that, we know is not always easy. We have to go through the pain to get to the other side. Anyway, these aspects are also in the solar eclipse new moon chart in Libra, which will be on the 14th of October. Now, Libra is it is about balance, but it's also about debt, because it's the scales. Is it equal? Do you owe money? Are we in debt? It is about relationships as well. It's also about negotiation and also justice. So, on a personal level, what do you need to do? In your relationships, are you in debt? Do you need to make changes in the Libra area of your life? So you might like to ask yourself that. But remembering, that we can do a new moon ritual, and we can put our new moon wishes down on the 14th, and contemplate, meditate on what we really want to happen in the next 28 days. On a global level, this is highly significant on all those levels I've mentioned, particularly debt, negotiation, and justice. And the lunar eclipse, the full moon on the 28th of October, is in Taurus, which connects to land, food, security, and finance. So we can expect those areas of our life to be highlighted. Remembering also that eclipses are, about endings, and from an ending, we all then get a beginning. And this may affect us in the months ahead in a dramatic way that we have no control over. And actually, the financial crashes of 1929, 1988, and 2008 all happened around the month of October. So, are we destined for another one? Too much talking. Anyway, the Sun, Mercury, and Mars are all together opposite the Moon and Jupiter in that chart. So, this will be an intense energy which we all have to navigate. So, looking at the transits for this month, tomorrow we're going to have Mercury, that's the second, we're going to have Mercury opposite Neptune. So, Neptune always can confuse us, it can delude us, we may not hear the right things because we're talking about Mercury. So, it could be a confusing day. As I say, Neptune can do that. So, focus may be difficult, it may be lacking, and you may need to give yourself plenty of time for anything connected, to everyday matters, like down to earth matters. It might not be easy, you might kind of float away, and you may get lost in the confusion. On the other hand, it can be a great day for imagination and writing, so if you need to write a letter or you're writing a book, it would be a really good use of this energy. On the 3rd, Mercury will be in Virgo, which is its own sign, so it's happy there, and that's going to trine Pluto in Capricorn. So this is a trine, and so this is really good for getting to the bottom of things, especially anything requiring intensity and passion. You can get drawn into it, and you want to get to the bottom of what you're doing, and you don't want anybody to kind of interfere with you. So that's on the 3rd. And on the 4th, Mercury actually leaves Virgo and moves into Libra, and it will be there till the 22nd of October, which will be good for seeing both sides of the situation and negotiation. And things could come to a peaceful outcome, if you're able to negotiate. So if you need to do anything like that, the 4th is a really good day. On the 8th, Venus enters Virgo and will be there till the 8th of November. So this is really good for practical work, and helping people around you should become easier as well. Your communication, well, you'll be nice, and you'll want to help people. On the 8th, Mars squares Pluto. So if someone is trying to control you or they're spoiling for a fight, you need to walk away, you need to back off. Try to get to the heart of whatever it is that's really frustrating you and the other person. You may see, volatile behaviour on the world stage too. Somebody losing their cool. Right, I've got this tickle in my throat, so I'm sorry about that. I've got my water. I'll try and continue. So on the 10th, we've got Pluto stationary and direct, ready to go forwards again. And you may see transformation not only in your own life, but on the world stage. And any changes you started back before Pluto went retrograde can now be, you can work on them again. So if you felt you've been held back, up from the 10th, things should start to ease. And then on the 11th, Venus will be opposite Saturn. So this can go either way. You may spend too much time and energy on your goals and ignore your relationships, or too much time on your relationships and ignore your goals. So I think it's important to try to find the middle ground on the 11th. On the 12th, Mars enters Scorpio and will be there till the 24th of November. And Mars in Scorpio, I've said, is passionate. It's quite a strong energy, lots of, strength and drive along with intensity. So, what do you need to dedicate yourself? What do you need to do? What do you need to complete while Mars is in Scorpio? Because that's the way to use that energy. And Mars in Scorpio on the 13th will trine Saturn. So discipline can be strong, and your work ethic can be much better than usual. You can focus on your long-term goals, and you make inroads. You make great strides forward. So the 12th and 13th are quite good days if you want to get things done. Now, the 14th I mentioned before is the new moon solar eclipse in Libra. So, relationships, negotiation, balance, harmony, justice are all highlighted in your personal life. And you can perform a new moon ritual with your new moon wishes. And remembering also, that eclipses bring endings and beginnings personally and also obviously globally. Now, moving forward to the 20th, the Sun will conjunct Mercury in Libra. So mental energy can be strong because this is a cardinal sign, and you can focus on new ideas and put together plans. And something you began 6 to 8 weeks ago, before the 20th, may come to a conclusion around the 20th. Also on the 20th, Mercury is square Pluto. So this can bring fighting energy. This is a square. It can be everywhere, and you may get into things that you don't even understand. If this is happening, try to stay calm and back off till things have calmed down. And then on the 21st, the Sun is square Pluto. So we've got Mercury square on the 20th and the 21st. We've got the Sun squaring it. So it may feel like everyone is looking to argue with you, and you may be more willing to defend your position, with passion. But it might not lead to anything constructive, though. So if this is happening, try to stay calm and see if you can get to the real, you know, issue of the real what's it all about. On the 22nd, Mercury enters Scorpio and will be there until the 10th of November. So again, mental energy may become intense. Mercury in Scorpio is very intense, and you can dive into anything that grabs your attention. This is, really good for research. If you need to research anything. But on a personal level, it's a controlling transit, so watch out for that during the next few weeks. Also on the 22nd, Venus is in Virgo and trining Jupiter. So it can be easier to get along with others. And you may, kind of get some benefit from someone in your life. Somebody might want to do something for you, and you can enjoy time with others. It's nice to meet new people or have a social time with your friends and family. And then also on that day, Mercury is going to trine Saturn as well. So again, although this is a trine, um, kind of mental energy can be easier, and you can channel your mental energy into something productive, and you can make, long-term plans, during that day. And the 23rd, the Sun enters Scorpio. So, passion, intensity, and transformation can be elevated during the Scorpio season, and you can make beneficial transformations, and you can share with others anything that you find interesting, shared passions, and you can find your personal power, um, and particularly if you're a Scorpio, during that time. And on the 24th, the Sun will trine Saturn. So that will enable you to focus on your goals, can help you work on your long-term plans, and you can feel more disciplined than in normal, but don't take on too much, because you can with that transit. Then on the 28th, we're going to have the Taurus lunar eclipse full moon. And this can bring the culmination of financial projects and changes that you began a couple of years ago, 1 to 2 years ago, and you can actually remove blocks to give you more stability and security. Work on issues around confidence if you need to, on your self-esteem. Remembering that eclipses, as I say, are about endings and beginnings. But besides being connected to the financial areas of life, what you value is really important uh, during this full moon in Taurus. Okay, finances are to do with Taurus, land, as I've said before, security, all those things. And if you want to do a full moon ritual where you write down everything you don't want in your life anymore and meditate on the full moon, that's the night to do it, on the 28th. Now, also in this lunar eclipse chart, Mars in Scorpio is opposite Jupiter in Taurus. So everything can feel quite good, though you can struggle to do anything about it. You can be incredibly optimistic, but motivation could be lacking. So, just watch that. And then on the 29th, Mercury is going to be opposite the Jupiter, and your outlook can be positive and you're likely to be optimistic, but you may not be able to see the big picture. So, you may need to take a step back. You may need to take some time out to see what is actually happening. So don't rush into anything on the 29th. On the 31st, Venus in Virgo is going to trine Uranus in Taurus. So, making changes in your relationships or dealings with others can prove to be really good on that day. And you can easily find ways to connect because this is a trine. You can be more open to new people as well. And you could feel like you want a bit of freedom, because you're in Uranus. It always wants to do it in the uranium way. It doesn't want to be tied down. So there could be elements of that as well going on the 31st. So that's the end of the transits. And last month I talked about the EE system, and we had booked an overnight session. So we had a brilliant night's sleep and we slept really well. We had lots of energy afterwards, and we both feel more like ourselves, if that makes sense. And I had an eye appointment afterwards, and I had been told at my last appointment that I had to have laser treatment for my glaucoma, as my eye pressures were 27. And I felt really uneasy about it. I just felt, I wasn't happy, and they gave me some paperwork on it, and it said occasionally it goes wrong and you have to have an operation. And I just intuitively felt it was wrong, so I cancelled my appointment. And after my last EE session, I went to have my eye test at the optician, and my pressures were 21 and 17. So I'm really happy that I cancelled the laser treatment. I've never had 17. I've never been down to 17, and I've been under the hospital for probably 12 years, it might be. It might be even longer, but yeah, at least 12 years anyway. So, um, yes, I've had 21 anyway. As I say, I've never had 17. So I'm really pleased. Has the E treatment helped me to bring down my eye pressures? Well, I don't know. I don't know that, but I'm happy with the sessions. And I would really encourage anyone else to have a session and see how they feel. And I will put the link of the Bedfordshire venue, which is called Zenergy, under this video. Um, so yeah, go and check it out. They are having lots of people from around the country. Um, the last time I was there were people from Wensleydale in Yorkshire, and other times there have been people from Devon and Lincolnshire. So people are travelling, which is great. Now, as many of you probably know, I'm really into health, and I think it's really important that we try and keep healthy, which is why I suppose I'm into the opportunity of trying the EE system. And I've watched a few good videos on health this last month. So I'm putting the links under this video for them. And one was on grounding and how we've lost touch with the energy of the earth. So I strongly recommend, you to watch this video, as it has some great information which, may actually help you. It just saying there, we're all in plastic shoes and trainers. If you look, everybody's got trainers on, and that takes us away completely from the magnetic earth. We're electrical beings and we are part of the earth, and we need our connection to be strong so that we can stay healthy. There's some pretty compelling evidence in this video that grounding can help with serious health issues. It's a bit like the vitamin D, we need from the sun, which we don't get enough of either. So I kind of really feeling that we are being drawn back to the earth energies, and people have talked about hugging trees for a good few years now, haven't they? And so I think it's all that connection to the earth energy. And if you could, obviously the winter's coming. But if you could, it says in the film you can get a grounding mat or a grounding sheet for your bed. But obviously it's better to be out in nature. And I also have another video from Barbara O'Neill on home remedies, and another where Richard Rudd interviews Dr. Sarah Myhill on how to keep healthy. And they've done, I think they might have done 3 videos by now, but they're really good, really worth looking at. And I'm also posting Neil Oliver's weekly monologue, which is such relevant information each week. So Neil is a historian and a journalist, obviously, and has a great love of the British Isles, and is really dismayed and upset to see what's happening in our beautiful country. And every week he has a passionate plea about the UK and how he sees it deteriorating. So those are my videos I'd like to share this month. So the cards. So we're actually in the 10th month. So the 10th month is represented, hang on a minute, got my cards in the right order, is represented by the Wheel of Fortune, which represents change, evolution, and cycles. Um, so we've talked about the eclipses, endings and beginnings. This is very much tied into this card, I think. And then the strength card came up in the gift position. So this is giving us the inner strength and the courage to see things through and to keep on going, which is really good. And then this is the temperance, and she connects to the higher realms. She's got wings, and she was in the soul position. So the soul, wants balance because she connects to Libra. We talked about Libra. We're in Libra season at the moment, aren't we? We're in the sign of Libra right now. And the temperance is about healing It's about using your inner guidance and keeping balanced. And this can then bring us peace. So I think that's a really lovely card. And then in the healing position and the direction we're moving in, we have the Empress. So she's connected to Venus, the ruler of Libra, and represents birth and a new long term path. And this card represents nourishment, fertility, and abundance, and is the great Earth Mother. And it's also about the sharing of ideas. So this is all connected into the direction we should be moving in. So, you know, it's going to give it, if we do what's right, we're going to get nourishment, we're going to get abundance. And, you know, she is connected to the earth. So that's a nice card as well to have. And then the Justice card was the outcome of the spread. And if we do the work, justice will be on our side. This is another card that's connected with Libra. I mean, I did think it was funny that all these cards connected to Libra were in this spread. But apart from justice, you know, this card represents the balancing of debt, legal matters, accountability, integrity, a restoration of balance and karma, and reaping what you've sown. So I think that's, yes, it's a great card to finish with. So the affirmation is the same as last month, because I feel like it's very kind of tied into the Libra theme. So hand on heart, every morning, the world is full of peace, love, and harmony. The world is full of peace, love, and harmony. And you know, it is. It is full of peace, love, and harmony. And you know, I come across some lovely people, really lovely people, and the majority of people are really, really wanting to help, wanting to smile, you know, have a laugh, and that's what we've got to do. We've got to keep our vibration up. We've got to keep on going. We've got to connect to the earth. That's really important. We've got to keep healthy. That's really important. We've got to communicate. We've got to send out love. So blessings on all of us. Blessings on you, blessings on me, blessings on the world, blessings on everything that's in this world. And you know where I am if you want to contact me. My website, astrologysue.com. You can contact me through my contact page. And my Facebook page is Astrology Sue Fletcher. And if you know anybody that needs my help, you point them in my direction, share the video with them. And if you want me to help or want a reading, again, just get in touch. So have a great October. Um, and let's hope the weather's going to keep on being nice and we can put our feet on the ground out there. So for now, I'm going to say bye bye. Bye bye.